Hey guys, it's Al from Altruistic Channel, and I wanted to drop in and just kind of tell a little bit more about what I've learned about the 1212 specific portal, if you will. So I know that a lot of people are talking about the significance behind more of the spiritual aspect to it, but I wanted to address more of the fact-based science that goes with the spiritual side to kind of give everybody an indication of what we're kind of going into. For many of us, we're actually going into something very positive. We've been empowered through it. But a lot of you are about to get thrown into something that's going to be a little bit slightly jarring. So let's begin with that. So the 1212 full moon before the eclipse is very specific because it's actually known by another name that might here you go. It's called the long dark journey. Yeah. So if you haven't already gone through that process, you kind of have an idea of what 2020 could be um, bringing forth. The other thing that's very interesting about this moon is that this one is there was a like if you were looking at some of the astrological or some of the readers, I should say, you would find some of them like channeling information about the 12, the first 12 of every 12, and if you didn't do the research, you may not have understood that what they're referring to is that this is one of the years where every 12 years something occurs. And so it's of extra special significance to everyone. And so I'll give you a hint. It's also the year the pig does the same thing, which is another hint. And this is basically to get you guys to expand your minds. I mean, at the end of the day, this is about your spirituality and your journey. And remember, we are heading into 2020, which would be the year of what? Reflection. So now we have the long, dark journey into reflection. What could this possibly mean for the world? Yeah. So I mean, these things are all layered, but one of the things that I struggle with sometimes is like because I'm not like someone who ever puts my beliefs or anything in front of other people and say you have to believe anything, but I'm just giving you guys the idea that sometimes just looking up information that catches your ear is worth like more than gold. Because along with this particular moon, if it's not already special and fantastic as it is, something that has never happened in astrological history is also happening this year, along with that, all the other two. And then to boot, we're also having the moon in Gemini, and there's a meteor shower working right through the middle of it. So if you need any more indication to get your butt out there tonight and look at it and kind of and know what's coming, it's happening during Capricorn. And it's an interesting thing because well, I mean, the Capricorn zodiac sign. And the reason that's interesting is because Cancer and Capricorn that are on the same axis actually they're being completely transformed if you don't know this by now. And I've said this a couple times before, but people don't seem to understand it. Like the Cancer that you knew is dead. That Cancer's gone. Think Taylor Swift and Look What You Made Me Do, whatever that song, that one. Like they're not the same Cancer anymore. We don't, and it's not that we did anything. It's just that the spirit, God, Allah, whoever you believe in, basically was trying to give us a heads up that something has changed. We're heading into a major shift tonight. In fact, that's why I'm dressed up. I'm going out to celebrate it. But I did the homework, so I know what I've done, and I know what I've got, what's happening. But the thing is, like, you don't ever want to like tell somebody your truth because you never know if that's their truth, and you don't want to ever force your opinion. It's very we are all one, and that's something that I firmly believe. But anyway, the moral story is that Cancer is not the same Cancer anymore because of the transformation that Spirit needed us to do. And on the same axis is Capricorn. And Capricorn and Cancer share something else. One is the maternal of the zodiac, and the other is the paternal of the zodiac. One's emotional, one's mental. Okay? So, by the way, shout out, I know this is all over the place, but shout out to the Capricorns. I remember, I almost died actually with mine. My birthday was on July 2nd. And the with whatever I went through for that particular portal when it opened, nearly like I thought I was gonna die, and I ended up in the hospital for about a week and a half. But I'm glad you guys aren't gonna get it. I hope you're not getting it to that degree. But that's what we're talking about. Like with the transformations that happened in 2019 are pretty severe to some people, and so the cancers went through already have gone through the full process of what that 6 month cycle is, and Capricorn I think went through the cycle leading up to it, but have not they're actively going into the hard part right now of the physical transformation. So that's why I want to do a special shout out, and I would ask all Cancers, if you know somebody or you love somebody that's a Capricorn, extend a hand out to them, be very warm and loving. They're going through hell right now. Theirs is in the mental space, ours was in the emotional. And so understand what that must feel like, because like a lot of us are getting pressure and stuff from activations and different things that you believe in, but it's still pressure, and so the world is changing, and so the dynamic has changed. So just understand that for them it's up in the head. So, and it's not like us, like mental anguish, it's like actually physical in the head and stuff, and it's forcing, like, the same thing that we experience physical, the physical carnation from feeling it, they're getting it in the head and trying to analyze it with the pain. So it's kind of like just be compassionate and share your empathy. I always say this: if you're the new cancer, if you are the cancer that has done the work, then you have a service that you can provide for the Capricorns right now, and it's something that I do. I do it through song. And so if you have a Capricorn, or if you have somebody in your life, whatever your creative outlet is, as the new cancer, the cancer, the one that did the work, you're now the maternal of the zodiac. So one of the things that you can do is learn how to alchemize negative energy and like help if you can. Now the thing is, like, this is not for everybody. If you have not gone through a dark night soul, if you have not gone through the process of actually working your ass off to get to this, to that place, because it's not like anything you aspire to, it's just, it is what it is, then you can, if you choose, and that's very key, if you choose to grab some of that and help them alchemize it. And it's not like it's not a handout, it's compassion, it's an empathy thing laterally, because they are the paternal to our maternal. And so it's important to keep balance. And so I just say, if you get an opportunity and you don't have anything really all that, where you feel healthy, strong, and you have extra energy, help them alchemize it. Take some of that from them, because I know what I mean. I literally almost died. So the lesson I guess I'm trying to say here is that no one can take your journey for you, but this is literally the full moon, last full moon before eclipse season starts again now. And Capricorn, which is about the mental, and all of the stuff that you haven't resolved that you probably should have done, that's still on a list, a mental list. And so that's there. And so it's the moon in that, in Capricorn with that. And then on top of it, you have the meteor shower coming through a window that has opened. And that's the only clue I'm going to give you about the other part. During a 12-year cycle that includes the pig, that happens every 12 years. And one more thing. There is a special event that only happens once in a lifetime, apparently, because it's never happened before, as far as I know. So that's what we're heading into. Yay! So that's what the thing about spirituality. If you want to ascend, or if you want to do anything for yourself, remember that it's for you. I can't do the work for you. I can just kind of guide you, and I can, and I'm not even guide you, but I can explain things if you ask me. But I'm never going to be that pompous person. I'm not going to say, sorry, my hair's in my face. I'm never going to say to somebody like, you must do what I do. Like Jesus didn't even do that. Jesus was very specific, and he's coming back. And I'm going to uphold what I'm going to take his lessons, and I'm going to make sure that I honor them. He never said, he's non-denominational. So it's very important for people to understand that if you're guiding or leading or doing whatever you're doing, to make it very clear that you're not telling somebody how to live their life. And so we can't tell you how to do your spiritual journey stuff. But remember, it's also called the long dark journey is the name of this particular moon. So start thinking in terms, if you're not already aware of all of this that I'm telling you right now, take the moment to kind of get into and look at the information for yourself, see what speaks to you, look it up, and then take those truths so you're empowered to move on with the rest of us, because 2020 is the year of reflection, and it's the long dark journey leading into it. So and then eclipses. So there's a lot of things that are going to change and really kind of get crazy. And then the tip I got that a reader mentioned was the first December of every December in cycles of 12. Have at it, guys. That's how I got the hint, and I'm giving it right back to you. You guys have a great, wonderful 12/12. If you are feeling good, which some of you might be, go out and celebrate it. This is a very wonderful moment. This is an entire shift. This is a worldwide shift. And so those of you who aren't feeling very well because of all the pressures and stuff going on, see if you have a friend around that can help you alchemize some of that. But, we're all family, and so it's time to just kind of embrace each other. The world needs this right now. And actually, I had brought Christ up earlier. At some point, he's coming back. Like, let's start preparing, at least on that scale, before we even get on to the spiritual stuff. There's like all this, dogma that's actually true that's not related to religion, because religion's kind of on the way out because of all the bullshit that they're doing. But those are man-made mistakes. Christ is still Christ, and he's still coming back. So let's keep that in mind, and then just like kind of band together and don't be so divisive. Be compassionate. It's all about love. Anyway, I'm going to go and have a great night tonight for the celebration of the 12/12. Um, it was a very long road for a lot of Cancers and Capricorns. So if you are able, go out and celebrate, guys. We definitely earned it. And that's it. That's it for Al on Altruistic Channel. Oh, by the way, Libra. Um, you're the scale. So like I feel like there's a lot of pressure coming towards you. And so, I'm giving you compassion and sending you some of my energy that I can give you, because I just think that's important for all of us to remember that as humanity starts to rise, we are lifting everybody else up. That's a lot of pressure on our bodies. So those of us who have a little bit of stamina right now, just kind of lean over to your friends and kind of give them a shoulder and like pick everybody up. All right, that's it. Have a great night. Bye.